Hello, designing friends. Hopefully you were successful at signing up for myfuture.net. If not, please review the first video or leave a message below. Remember, to earn your badge, you will need to log in and complete assignments. Well, we use the word design a lot. What do you think of when you hear design? Okay, let's do a brainstorming session. Ready? List as many careers that you can think of that use design in their name. Stop the video, write them down, and then we'll discuss them. The first one coming to my mind is graphic design. That is the art or skill of combining text and pictures in advertisements, magazine, or books. I'm sure most of you thought of web design. That's the skills and disciplines in the production and maintenance of websites. Next is interface design, something maybe you hadn't thought of, but it's the design for how you interact with machines and software such as computers, home appliances, mobile devices, and other electronic devices. The focus is on maximizing usability for the user experience. The goal of user interface design is to make the user's interaction as simple and as efficient as possible in terms of accomplishing user goals. For example, the Apple computer or the Apple phone. The reason that so many people like these devices is because they are simple and intuitive. You look at a document, you don't want it, you drag it down into the trash can. You look at an icon, it tells you if it's a phone call or a voicemail or a text message. That's interface design. How about fashion design? I'm sure some of you would be excellent at this. It's the art of applying design and natural beauty to clothing and its accessories. It is influenced by culture and social attitudes and has varied over time and place. Fashion designers work in a number of ways in designing clothing, accessories such as bracelets, necklaces, pocketbooks. There's so many things that you can do with fashion design, from materials, designing materials and colors and patterns. That's all part of that fashion design. Have you ever looked at a building and looked at how beautiful the angles, the shape, the colors? That's architectural design. There's a building in London that they designed to make look like a walkie-talkie. It was beautiful. Mirrored glass, concave, meaning curved. The sun would hit it though at a certain time of the day, then reflect to the street. That's an example of bad design. When it would hit the street, it would be so hot that it said it would melt cars. But residents would go out there and show that you could cook actually right there on the street. That's an example of bad design, but it's an example of architectural design. Package design. No pun intended, but that takes the whole package. You have to decide how to package your product. Does it need protection? Does it need to be, is it in competition with something? For example, a package of pills would come in a blister pack, put into a box to protect it, and then a cereal package is in competition with the other 50 brands of cereal. So package design encompasses a lot of different design areas, but it could also be a very creative one. You have a new product and you want to catch the eye of somebody, do a beautiful package. Remember, a lot of people judge the book by a cover, and a lot of people will buy according to your package. One of the things I think would be interesting is product design. It's a process of imagining and creating and solving problems that address specific needs of a given market. I think it would be great to design toys, games, cars, widgets. Well, if I could identify a need and could design the widget, money wouldn't be an issue, right? But what if you ran into a situation where you said, if only I had this widget and it would make life so much easier. You take that statement and run with it, and then that is product design. When was the last time you went to a museum? Have you ever thought about the process that they must go through to make those displays? You have everything from making it look natural to the history behind it, making the sign for the customers to come in and read. So museum design entails a lot of information, very 3D, a lot of thought process, history. That's something to consider when you're looking into design. One more, interior design. Professionals in this occupation work with interior spaces to improve the safety, functionality, and aesthetic appeal of the area. They select color schemes, furniture, flooring, lighting, and all the other elements of a room or even a whole building. Interior designers also sketch their ideas or use design software to communicate their plans with the architect, structural engineers, and builders who bring their design to life. All of these different design careers have similar characteristics, a variety of careers at different levels. If you are super creative or super organized, there's something for you. Check out learningpath.org. It will give you some idea of art and design careers. Now, let's go to your myfutures.com account and click on Intro to Design. Under Resources, you will see 10 lessons learned from terrible product design. This will give you a good laugh, but don't laugh too hard because it could happen to you. The next link you will want to check out is 10 of the best design philosophies. But I can sum this up in one important phrase. The wow is shorthand for a powerful, visceral reaction to visual images. Aim for wow in whatever you are doing. Everything else will fall into place. I was always told, KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Simplicity is beauty and functionality. If design is too cluttered, people tend to move on. They want to get the information and use a product right away. Have other people look at your design too. Sometimes you are so close to it, it takes someone stepping back to see any issues. Lastly, under Resources, video TED Talks, 3 Ways to Good Design Makes You Happy. Ron will give you 3 design principles. Visceral. This is a subconscious effect that creates fear or causes you to focus. Is it pretty? Does it cause peace or joy or just happy? Something you're not really aware of, but you know that when you're looking like at this video of metal melting and moving, that it's satisfying. Then there's behavioral, another subconscious that design brings out. What emotion does the design evoke? Do you feel in control? If it's in a car that's going off-road, do you feel like you're in control of that car? How about reflective? Again, it's subconscious, but it gives you the impression of an image that you want to portray. Do you want a Gucci image, Prada, maybe an Aeropostale? All right, let's look at step 2. Go down the bottom where it says Mini Cooper wedding invitation and website. Let's think and talk about or write about how the design principles may or may not apply to these things. First of all, let's look at this Mini Cooper. All right, how does it make you feel? Do you feel in control? Is it an image that you would like to have? Let's look at wedding invitation. I don't know how you feel about this wedding invitation. A little bit busy to me, but for you, you might look at it and say, wow, I feel like I'm a part of this marriage because I see how long it's taken them to develop it. Let's look at this website. This website is actually supposed to be an award-winning website. Very simple, easy to see what the categories are, easy to see where to click. I would say that's probably what makes it an award-winning website. All right, so let's move on to step 3. Let's move on to step 3, website design. What is your favorite website? Why? What are the contents? What do you do on the website? Is it fun? For example, I like the Weather Channel. I know, boring, right? But I like it because it's easy to use. I need to know what is happening with the weather, and I like to know if my friends in Connecticut are snowed in. Another favorite website I recommend for learning is abcya.com because the games are fun and you're using your brain when you interact. Please write in the comments below what websites you like and why. Like Dude Perfect, because it's just too amazing and I just want to be like him. I know I've been to some websites, I just go on to the next one because it's too confusing, too much information and scrambled. Kind of like that wedding invitation, cute but too much information. Good web design is important in today's world. Learn these 10 basics of web design and you can start making some money. You will find a link there on step 3. Go ahead and read through there. These are the basics of web design. Learn this principle and you can make some great designs. Review this web page and look at the 10 basic elements of a good web design, and we'll go over it at a later time. Let's move on to step 4, sketch a website. Your challenge today is to design a home page for your club. Who is your audience? Who are you trying to appeal to? Parents? Children? Maybe community leaders? What information would they be looking for if they went to the website? What emotion do you want your audience to feel? Do you want them to feel like it's fun, safe, entertaining, educational? Keep in mind this quote from Leonardo da Vinci: "Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication." So at this point, turn off the video, get a piece of paper, answer those questions, whether on a piece of paper or in your mind. Look for pictures online or sketch something out. You could even put a circle and say, this picture is kids playing. This picture is a teacher and a student one-on-one. You don't have to be an artist or pull pictures at this point. Just sketch something out. How would it look for somebody to go to BGC Perry, and that's their home page? Are they going to get the information, or are they going to move on to the next website? When you get your sketch done, you can take a picture of it, upload it, put it in the comments below. I would like to challenge you to finish this. Once you've finished step 1 through 4, step 5 is to submit. And after I've checked it off, you will get your first badge in design. And then we'll move on to the next design project.